All right, I'm live. So what I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to be building an Chrome extension. That's what I'm thinking. It's going to be a Chrome extension. We're actually going to plan it out, but I'm going to do it with AI. I'm going to use Claude Code, and I'll start off by saying, well, I'm just going to give it a couple minutes, maybe less than people hop in if they are going to. Then I'm going to describe what I'm going to be building and why, because there's actually a use case I have in this. I've been playing around with this vibe coding things, this Claude Code for a little bit recently, building a couple things, but now I'm going to actually build something out that's actually going to be useful for me. So I might just Saturday afternoon. I'm not sure how many people are going to hop in here. Probably just start going. Just that people that watch the replay don't have to sit there and watch me ramble for minutes. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start hopping in, and as soon as people hop in, then I'll re-explain it to them. All right. So I'm going to share my screen. Go with that be for a workflow, and I'm gonna be building workflow out that has SMSs go out, emails go out. A lot of times they'll send me a Word doc or a Google doc that has the message copy in there. Well, they don't always put the correct custom fields in just because they don't know about high level or they don't know the custom fields in high level. So what I'm going to do is for an example here, I have this that a client sent me the other day. And so the example, sometimes they'll put in like first name here. Let me use it. They'll put in say first dash name or space name, and then have like the squirrely brackets, or they might put the brackets there, or like or a space and not the underscore. So they might not have the same thing that is in high level. And so if we just go and paste this into the workflows, well, these aren't going to work because high level's not going to recognize it. But so if I go copy this and paste this in the workflow, then I have to go and change out all of the custom fields, and that just it takes some time. So I was thinking, what if I can have an extension, an app that I can just paste this in, something like that, and then it automatically swaps them out with the high level custom fields, and then I can just paste it right into the workflow. So that's what I'm gonna be building here today. And I'm gonna walk through the way I've been using this Claude Code, this vibe coding, and just kind of what I've been learning. So you get to learn along my journey as well here too. So, okay, what I'm gonna do is it looks like we just had somebody hop in. Nice. All right, so I'll just do a quick recap since you just hopped in. What I'm gonna be doing is I'm building a high level extension because a lot of times when a client sends me their copy for workflows, well, if I just paste this in, these aren't the correct custom fields in high levels. Then I have to go through and swap them all out and just take some time. So if I have a Chrome extension or something that I can just paste this in and then it automatically swaps out for the correct high level custom fields, that'll make it a lot easier. So that's what I'm gonna be building here. Quick recap. And now, okay, so the way we're gonna do this, first I'm going to go, I'm gonna go to, we're gonna do the high level, was it help dot high level com, and this will be I'm gonna get the actual custom fields so that we can get this put in there. So I'm gonna just come here, I'm gonna go custom fields, or actually, no, I think they call them merge, list of merge fields. This is what we want. So this is going to be the full list of the actual merge fields, custom fields in a high level platform. So we're gonna need this. And the next thing I'm gonna do is we're just going to start, and it's what I do a lot of times with this is I actually brainstorm with Claude Code. So I'm gonna the way to start this is I have this a projects folder here, and what I'm gonna do, or we're going to projects here. So my projects folder here, and first we're gonna create a folder. So I'm gonna just create a folder in here because this is where the project is gonna live. And you need to have no spaces in here, just kind of simple thing, no spaces, and then just name it kind of whatever you want it to be renamed. So I'm gonna say DHL custom field uh, Whopper. Yeah, that probably sounds good. High level or just high level custom fields. Sure, we'll do that. So we'll start there. And then what you need to do is need to start a terminal. So first off, if you haven't installed Claude Code, you also have to be on the paid plan of Claude. If you haven't installed Claude Code, then you can install Claude Code by going to, I forgot what it is, just go to Claude Code. And then I think it's the first one. No, not that. I want actual here. So Claude Code, this gives you the documents on how to install it. All you're gonna do is open terminal and you're going to paste this in and that will install it on your computer. I've already done that, so I'm not gonna do that right now. But the way I do this is once you have that folder created, then you just right click on it and you go to services and then you can do start a new terminal at this folder. I'm actually gonna do the new Ghosty window. So Ghosty is it's just another terminal I kind of learned from was it Alex Finn. So shout out to Finn. I've learned a lot from him about the vibe coding on his YouTube channel and his X account. So what we do is we need to start a terminal here, and then when you right click on this, now this starts it in that project, that folder. So to get into Claude, we're just going to type in Claude. And this is once you already have it installed, then it's going to load up Claude code here. See if I can zoom in some. There we go. So now we see Claude Code is running, and I'm going to use Opus 4.5. It's the best one there, so we'll go ahead and we're going to go with that one. It is the best. It's also the most expensive, but at the same time, with less mistakes in the long run, it's going to actually cost you less. All right, so once we're in here, now what we want to do is we want to shift over to plan mode. You want it best to plan it out first before you go right into just building something. So if I remember right, it's Shift tab. So then that moves over, plan mode is on. So plan mode is where you'll go back and forth with Claude. You will give it your idea. It'll then ask you some questions, and then you come up with a plan. And then after that, you will then it'll create a plan. Then from there, you can go and start building. Oh, one other thing I forgot. It's always wise to have a what's called a claude.md file. And so this one is actually, so this is my template one, but this is actually a combination from Alex Finn. So again, shout out to Alex Finn for getting his claude.md file, which is basically just a set of instructions that guides Claude Code on how to build whatever you're having it build. And it just helps it to have more direction and you get better results out of it. It's also a combination of Boris Journey, I think it is. So he's actually one of the co-founders or co-creators of Claude Code in the first place. So I also found on X he posted his, so I took both of these and I put them into Claude and I said, "Hey, I found both of these. How can we merge these, get the best of both worlds?" And so that's what I came up with here. What I do is I'm going to duplicate this one out, and then I'm going to rename this one just straight up Claude.md. Then this is the instructions for this project we're going to be doing. And then I'm going to move this into that folder. And so now we have this folder here. Oh, that's what we have here. Now, as we start doing this, it's going to start building files and folders and all of that within Claude Code here, or within the folder there. All right, so now I'm actually going to start doing this planning here. So what I'm going to do is I can go and I'm going to explain what my idea is, what my thought is, then we're going to see what Claude can come up with. So I'm going to do some dictation here. Hey, so I have this idea for an app or maybe a Chrome extension where whenever a client sends me an email series, a text series for their high level account to set up in a workflow, a lot of times they will send it with the merge fields or the custom fields, not the actual ones that high level has. They might have first name in the squirrely brackets, it might be f dot name in brackets, it might be double squirrely brackets, it might be single squirrely brackets, it might be first underscore name, it might be first name. And when they do that, then when I have to copy and paste that their copy into, say, the email block, well, they have to go in and swap out each of the merge fields or each of the custom fields to find the correct ones from high level. So is there a way that can we build a maybe a Chrome extension, an app that just can go in, recognize the copy, and then swap out all the merge fields for the correct ones? Maybe use AI to do it to detect what they did, or maybe just build in a bunch of set predetermined ones that people could use. That's my thought there. This will make it, I think, a lot easier if I can maybe copy and paste the copy in and then get the corrected corrected copy out. Then I can just copy and paste that right into high level. So let me know your thoughts on that. Okay, so what I just did there is I did a dictation to just kind of explain just what my idea is. And the beauty of Claude Code is you can just explain in natural human language what your idea is and just communicate with it. All right, so it put that, it says paste the text in there. It's actually the whole thing. And what I'm gonna do is just hit enter. And so now we see that. So what it's doing is going to Claude Code and it's analyzing it. It's going to come back with an idea and we'll see where it goes from there. Thinking, this is a great practical tool idea. Let me understand the current state of this project and then ask some clarifying questions. Fresh project before I design a solution. I have some questions to make sure I build exactly what you need. So this is the cool part. So it does that, and then it comes back with not just asking questions, but it has it as a drop down, which makes it a lot easier to answer these questions versus always or having to type everything in because it gives the questions that it has. So, for example, would you prefer a Chrome extension, works directly in browser and could potentially integrate with high level, or simple web app, easier to build, paste in, get corrected output? This web app recommended. Usually I go with that, but I'm thinking Chrome extension might be easier for this. Mhm. Instead, I just use the arrow keys up and down to select one, or I can type something else in. Like, no, I want it to be an iPhone app, something like that. Not Probably not a good idea for this one. Legend browser could potentially detect fields on the top page, but more complex build. Okay, so we'll paste out surface can be hosted anywhere, works on any device. It's faster to build and iterate on. I actually want to go with the Chrome. Let's go with the Chrome extension on this one. So I'm gonna select that one and hit enter. Now we're going to it. So we can see there's four different questions, or I guess three different ones. Platform, then detection. How should the field detection work? AI powered recommended. Use AI to intelligently recognize any merge fields. Format suggest the correct high level equivalent. More flexible, but requires an API key. Okay, so that's true. Predefined mappings only. Curate a list of common patterns, first name, high level fields. I think the AI one that will take maybe a little bit longer to build out. And so for this, I'm gonna just go with the predefined for now. Predefined mappings for speed. Use AI as fallback framework. Actually, let's go to both. Let's have it do that. Let's see what we get. Next one is high level format. Do you know the exact high level merge field format you need to convert to? For example, is it contact.first name? That is correct, yes, or something else. Yes, I know the format. I can provide the exact high level merge field text. Should be. Actually, I was going to say that. I can provide the actual documentation, but it already suggesting that. And so, yes, we're going to do that. And now you get to review your answers and you can always go back and resubmit them, uh, edit them. So we're just going to submit answers. So now what it's going to do is it's going to take that information that it needs and start creating a plan. Great choice. Great choices. A few more questions to nail down the details. All right, let's do it what it has now. All right, workflow. How would you like to interact with the extension? With the extension pop up, pop with paste area, click extension, paste in your text, get corrected output, copy, simply contained, or select text on any page, right click to convert, then paste results from clipboard. Both have a pop up for pasting long content and right click for quick. Let's just start with the pop up with paste area, and then we'll I can always add more and iterate on it later, but let's just get an MVP done for now. We're gonna go pop up with paste area. Format example. Could you share an example of high level merge field format? For instance, first name for high level format. So in this one, I'm gonna just type something different. I will provide the a link to the high level help docs with back. All right, there we go. That AI provider. Which AI would you like to use for the fallback detection? We're gonna go with OpenAI because this is just something very simple. I'm gonna use the cheapest model, which I believe this is at the time should be 40 nano. So we're gonna do that. So I'm gonna go that one. How would you like to interact with the extension and submit? And all right. So while it's doing that, I'm actually going to bring here, make sure I don't share any of my API keys. Get it loaded up. So I'm gonna go to platform.openai.com to get an API key, and we're going to all right. So here for the pricing, go to platform.openai.com/pricing. We get a list of all of the different models here, and there is another one. I forget where the other page is, but if we look down and find, yeah, 5 nano is input 5 cents, output is 40 cents per million per million, yeah, something like that. But I think if we go down to 4, where, yeah, the nanos are usually the cheapest one. 4.1 nano is 10 and 40 cents, and yeah, I think it wasn't, or GPT 5 nano. Oh, actually, I think 5 nano is the cheapest. Look, and all these millimeter models. Yeah, we're gonna actually use GPT 5 nano. Okay, so we remember that. What do we got now? Please share the high level documentation with the link, merge fields, and paste it in other. All right, so now I'm gonna come back to high level here, copy this, now back up, I'm gonna paste in the link there, and we'll hit enter. So while it's doing that, do I need to, guess not. All right. You want to allow Claude to fetch this content? Yes, and don't ask again for high level help. Okay, so it's gonna fetch that content. Another screen right now. I'm just logging into OpenAI. Thought I was. Yeah. All right, what do we got here? Do clients also send custom fields, not just standard ones like first name, email, fields specific to their business, like appointment date or service? Most standard fields. Both. I'm gonna say both, but let's just start with MVP this merge. Can always add it in later. All right, smart approach. MVP first. Let me write out the implementation. Okay, so it's creating the plan right now. Here, So over here on my OpenAI account, we go into platform.openai.com/API keys when you're signed in. Then we can create an API key here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new secret key. I'm going to just call it DHL. Okay, and I'm going to move it off screen. I want you guys seeing my API keys. Okay, good. It's blocked anyway. All right, so I got that. Okay, next. What do we have here? So here is the entire plan. Let's kind of skim through it now. Ideally, you'd want through the whole thing, but we're going to skim through it. Written implementation plan. We're building Chrome extension with pop-up interface, paste client copy in, get high-level formatted output. Predefined mappings for common patterns. Okay. OpenAI fallback for recognized fields, setting page for API key. Okay. Tech stack. You're going to use TypeScript, Chrome extension, and AI. Plan covers project setup with proper build tooling, comprehensive predefined mappings, version. Now, a lot of this, if you're getting into this, a lot of this reading through, once you get down here, you might not know a lot of stuff, but that's fine. Just look at the the overall picture of it. See, because it gives you a good overview, and then it'll kind of go into details on what like the actual type of code it's going to use and the platforms, and that's still don't really know about all of that. Um, but that's the beauty of using an AI like this is that's what AI is for. It's smart. It you can ask it, hey, how do I build this? How do I add in a paywall? How do I add in a password? And it'll teach you, it'll guide you, it'll do answer exactly what you need. So overview of Chrome extension that converts various merge fields into correct high-level merge field syntax, MVP scope, standard merge fields only. Okay, so it's showing how it's going to structure, I guess, all the folders, the backend. Again, I don't really know this, don't really, it doesn't really matter. Features, pop-up UI, copy a clipboard, convert button, nice, predefined. So it'll put in a bunch of these predefined ones in here, which is most common what say people would do when they write out their copy. And then AI fallback. So if it doesn't recognize it, it'll go to OpenAI and it'll convert it. Settings page. Step one, project setup. Step two, predefined mapping score. So see, it writes an entire plan in here, says exactly what it's going to do. And it's great to always do plan mode first to actually give it a good plan, which always good in anything you're building is to have a plan first. Build the extension. Okay, so that looks good. And so what we're going to do is we're going to, yes, clear context and auto accept edit. Do that. And so now it's actually, you see it's switched back to not in plan mode anymore. So it's actually just going to start building it now. I'll implement the Chrome extension following the plan. Let me start by creating a project structure and working through each setup. So now it's going through and starting to write code, write code. We open this up, start to see files are starting to get created. Files starting to get created. Here's a folder with tasks. And so now it usually does create a to-do list as well. So when we look at this to-do list, it gives little checkboxes for itself, and it's a to-do list, and it's going to step through this. So it's kind of cool. You get to watch what it's building because that's what it's doing here. It's building this. I see a couple of people hopped in. Welcome, welcome. While that's building, I'll just show you quickly what I am building here. What I'm doing on this live. So a lot of times when clients send me, say I'm setting up workflows for clients, they'll send me their copy for the workflows, emails, text. When they send it to me, they don't know the exact merge fields of high level. So then they send it as maybe one squarely bracket, first name, maybe just regular brackets, or maybe a space here when there shouldn't be spaces in them, but it doesn't have like the uh, contact dot first name. So it's all wrong. So if I go to copy and paste this into the workflow, well, then I have to go through and find each of these merge fields or custom fields and swap them out and just take some time. So my idea here is to have a Chrome extension where I can just copy this, I can paste in the Chrome extension, click submit, and what it'll do, it'll swap out all the merge fields, and I can just copy that and paste it right into HighLevel. So that's going to cut down a lot of um, time on my part when I'm creating workflows for clients. This is an idea I had, a real use case that is going to help me out here. Let's see where we're at. So it's still writing it here. Cool. So that's a cool thing. I just talked to it like a human. I went back and forth. I was just talking about, hey, how do I want, I have an idea for this. So a lot of times just go in there into Cloud Code and just give your idea and say, hey, is this feasible? Is this possible? Is it going to be a lot of work? How much is it going to cost? Like API costs if you're doing some AI tool. But the beauty of this is you can start building your own apps, your own tools, and you can say, drop other tools out there that you pay for. Have Cloud Code build it for you. And maybe only build the specific features that you need. Sometimes you're in a tool and you pay for a tool, but you don't need everything in there. You only need specific ones. So then just build something that you need and customize it for your use case. Okay. You see a whole bunch of files and folders have been built here. Again, I'm not a developer. I really don't know what all this is, but with the world of AI now, it's pretty amazing. Let's see this README file. Require Chrome extension. Okay. To-do list. Let's see. Hasn't checked anything off yet. Nope. All right. We got that. And now we're going to come back. What do we have here? So a lot of times it's going to ask for permission for requests to do certain things. And I usually just go down. A lot of times I go down to the second one and don't ask again for this. I've heard several people talk about that they have never had an issue with Claude Code doing anything wrong. But then also just and also I haven't experienced that either too. So I usually just accept all the edits and future ones too. Because the other thing is when we right click and we started the terminal within or from that specific folder, now the terminal or Claude only has access to that specific folder, so it can't do anything else. So as long as you don't have other sensitive stuff in that folder, you should be good. Okay. So cool thing is here you can do this, and I can just go off to start doing something else. Come back when it's ready. Okay, needs a request. Yes, I'm asking for type check commands. Yeah, so I can just have this another screen, and maybe I'm going back and work on something else, and I come back and check, oh, ready for an update, um, or needs a request for something, or an update, but it's just doing all this for me in the back end. So here's what it's create. Here's some of the code that it created. And I actually find this kind of fascinating because I don't know half any of this 90% of the stuff. I mean, I've learned stuff over time, but let's move. Yeah, so it shows what it's doing. Okay, need another request. Bash. Okay. Yes. Now I am still new to this Claude Code thing. I started building, well, I've only built a couple things, just kind of like for myself, testing around. The first one I built was probably, I think it was middle of December, and pretty cool. And now I've built a couple other things, and now had this idea I wanted to test out. It's a good use case for myself, and so I have it. We're going through this, especially if you're thinking of some use case, some idea that you're like, man, if I can automate this, if I can simplify this, and this exact thing, example that I have here, when clients send me copy that's all, I don't want to say messed up, just that's not what it's not what their deal is. Then I just got to swap out all this and takes a lot more time. So this is a way to reduce my time. That'll definitely help. What do we got here? Do sure, sure. Extensions should work now. Let me create some simple placeholder PNG icon. Load without errors. All right. Extension is now complete. Let me update the to do. Let's check this out. Mark them off yet. Okay. Complete limit to do with review section per workflow. Okay. I checked it off now. Yep. Checked it off. You see it's all checked off. Well, went through all steps already. And it added more summary of changes. Wow. Amazing. I've only been on here, what, 31 minutes? Let- Okay. Done. Here's a summary of what I built. High level merge field custom swapper. Created files. Key features to use. npm install already done, npm build done. So now this actually it also shows you how to run it, how to set it up, how to and that's how to actually go and test it. And that's the beauty of it. If I didn't know how to do this, so it says open Chrome extension, enable developer mode, click load unpacked. If if I didn't know how to do a specific thing in here, all I would say is, I don't know how to do number three. Can you guide me? Or don't we, or maybe we need to set up a database. Hey, how do I set up a database? What's a good tool to use? And it'll recommend tool to you. It'll tell you exactly what to do. So you don't have to be a developer. You don't have to know coding to do this. Now we can become, say we as in not the in the developer side, we can become developers and more like project managers. So then we can send off a couple different Claude codes, different agents to go build something like this out. Let's go actually test this out now. All right. So what I'm gonna do is go to the Chrome extensions. So I'm gonna go up to extensions right here. Duh. Man, extensions. And then what it says is to turn developer mode on. And then we're going to click load unpacked and select the folder code. We're going projects. Going to go into just select the high level custom field swapper to what we're creating. Select, and now it's there and it's on. I can come up here and I can do, there we go. I'm going to pin it. All right. Now let's go back into high level. Let's just click on the extension now and see how it looks. Merge field swapper. Paste your text with merge field. Setting. If settings don't work. Well, test this out though. Come over here. I'm going to grab this. I grab this copy, and then I'm going to paste it in here to convert. Okay. Work. All right. So now what we'll do is we'll say, "Okay, good, but when I paste in the copy and click convert, uh, yeah, so let's do that. And we just talked like a human. Come back and, or I could say, well, that's good, but I want to change the color of this, or I want to move stuff around, or the first thing is it's not really working. Let me check the built files to debug this. The issue is likely with how the script is loading. Okay. So then so really, if this was a bigger project, what I could do is I have this one that's going off and it's fixing that, it's updating that. I could always open another terminal in another window, and then I can go in there and say, "Hey, I want you to go work on the homepage. Change this or whatever." And then you go open another one, so you can have a couple of them running, basically different agents going out there and creating or working on your app or your tool. Found the bug. The regex pattern doesn't properly match braces. Okay, let me fix the pattern. So it may looks like it probably looks scary. You're like, oh, in terminal, and that's I mean, it looks crazy and all this code and all that, but it's really not. You just like I said, I don't know half of what this stuff is. It's more than half. I don't know how to build this. Never have. I can go learn it, take some time. But just by doing this, and I just talk to it and I say, hey, what about this idea? Hey, how can we do this? Okay, reload the okay, fixed. The bug was in the regex pattern doesn't work for single braces like that. Okay. All right. Reload the extension Chrome, click the fresh icon on the extension card and try again. Here, I will do a refresh, reload it. I think that just reloads it. I think that reloads it correctly. Everyone try this again. Yeah. Paste that in. Either error. Oh, well, well, let's try this. I think that I don't know if that reload. I'm not sure. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually let me just ask to move it and reinstall it, or just click the button extensions. This I'm not quite sure on, and I'm just going to ask. See what it says. Reload this. Click the refresh icon. Yeah, it says that, but let's click the refresh reload button. Chrome will pick up the updated files from the disk folder. No need to remove the. Oh, okay, cool. So that, but I'm getting this error here. So let's open this up, and what I'm going to do, and a screenshot. And because you can even add screenshots in here. So I'm going to add a screenshot in, and I'm going to say, see this error when I reloaded. Home extensions don't support yes. Well, do type restrictions. I need to change the build to output a traditional script. Okay, cool. Go for it. uh, doesn't work with multiple. Let me restructure to build each engine. Okay. And you can even put in other requests too, and then they will queue up. And then from I think what it is, it looks at the queue, and when it finds a good stopping point, it'll address the queue. So you can send a couple messages. We're starting with one for now. Hmm. Let me try a different approach. Use two separate build commands. Should be possible. Seems like a pretty simple tool, simple app. We'll see what happens. Wrote 220 lines to build S, add 2 more lines, remove 2 lines. Kinda cool to just watch all this hap here's all here's all its custom CSS that it wrote. This is all one big full complaint now. Let me clean up the unused done. Build now, outputs proper. Build structure. Reload the extension in Chrome and try again. MIME type error should be gone since we're no longer using ES module. All right, here, let's reload. Right, here, start moving it. Go ahead and load unpack again. Okay. Hmm. So that see what it does. Hmm, project load. Just okay. Oh, there. Okay. All right. So it's solved. Well, let's test it out now. Where was okay, good. Paste in, and let's do first. Boom, there we go. All right, so now I've converted it. Let's see, we have hi contact dot first name. That's correct. You're all set for the workshop. Swap these out. Add to calendar. Meantime, field converted, unmatched field. Okay. Yeah, okay. Calendar link might not be one. Time. Hmm. Okay. Well, I think at all of them, but again, this is kind of a simple message I had here, but now we have this, and I can just copy to clipboard and come here and go say email and here, and we can just tell the format. So, okay, cool. So that works there. I don't have to go swap this out now. It's there. Let's try this. Word, bring it over. Let's say her name. See if it recognizes user dot name. Let's also add in a calendar. Let's do. I feel like I should have picked up. Let's do start time. Start time. Okay. Start date. See if this works. So this we're gonna have to play around a little bit. So now I'm gonna come back. We're just gonna highlight this again. Back extension, and let's try one. Or try this. I'm gonna take a screenshot. Say Didn't recognize well, I guess it's to know it's an appointment. Didn't recognize the start date yet. Fixed. Let's see, what should I say? No, maybe that'll be a little bit more difficult because it doesn't know if it's a start time and appointment time. Is this maybe where the AI can come into play? Or can we maybe structure this a little bit more? Because I believe the only merge fields in high level for the start date and time, I believe, are just for appointments. So maybe if we have a look at just any of the appointments or start times, I don't know. That was probably terrible on what I just said to it. Well, let's see. Let's see what it does. If I could come up with better prompt, better instructions there. But we're off to a good start. So I'm able to get that. It shows me which ones it swapped. It shows unmatched fields. Cool. So at least I have this and I know, okay, now there are ones I have to go in and swap them out for. To the issue, the mappings are missing common variations like start spaces and counter links. Since the high level, I'll add them to map. The issue mapping will include space separated versions. Ah, so there was a little thing that it found. Uh, Now rebuild and reload. I think it's done. Still befuddling. Yeah. Done. I added these mappings. Reload extension Chrome and test again. All those unmatched fields here. Let's reload it. Go reloaded. Come back. Extension. Copy it again. Put it in and convert. Boom. There we go. Hi, contact first name. We're all set for the workshop. Start date. Put in start date, appointment start time. Add a calendar link or calendar link. In the meantime, and username. Cool. Looks good. Shows all the ones that converted. Nice. Copy to clipboard. Apply it all. Paste it here. And now we have, look at that. That makes it a lot easier to go set up. Oops. To set up workflows for clients. So this is just the start of it. I can go in then and iterate a little bit more, add the AI feature in, go and add other things. Maybe want to add in like right now the settings. Okay, settings work. Oh, cool. You could put the all right. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna try this. So I'm gonna put my API key in over here, but I'm gonna do it off screen. Then test that out too. I already built it in. Oh, it already hit it. There. Uh, Back here. So now, okay. So now if we go and see what can I put in here to have it recognize start date, start time. How can we force it to use the AI? I I was sending it or my calendar. I don't know. That I just did name. I wonder if it'll recognize the context of the message. Maybe to say you should use full name or first name. Well, let's try that. Paste that in. Okay, so put full name there. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. This is a really simple one now. Um, date, time, calendar, my calendar. Weird. Unmatched. Oh, unmatched fields. Okay. But it should have highlighted in different colors. Oh, cool. The indicator says used AI. Okay, so that works. That's cool. Um, one other thing, I wish this would highlight in red or yellow. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna send a screenshot over, and we're gonna say there, being awesome. One thing can have unmatched fields highlighted red or yellow. Dead. Okie. Also, there's a bug going. And cool. I didn't even say that, and I was gonna say that next, but it saw it, and there's an HTML escaping issue, both highlighted for the unmatched field. That's cool. It even recognized an issue that I didn't even mention, and it's gonna go fix it now. See the issue? Highlighted logic is complex and buggy. Let me rewrite it with that also highlights unmatched. Now add the CSS from field highlighting. Okay, one other thing we're going to add after this. Um, Good. Then, yeah, what I'm gonna do after this, after we get these little bugs fixed, there, load the extension. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ask it, what other ideas do you have for this? And it'll help out. Okay. Unmatched fields now highlighted in red, light red background. Fix the span bug. Rewrote the highlighted logic to be simpler and more robust. Color coding. Green or green successful. Yellow AI suggested. Red unmatched fields. Sounds good. All right. Come back here. Reload the extension. Back. Go paste that in. Convert. All right, so we got name, date, date, start day, start date. Okay, cool. Didn't recognize that one. And yellow is AI. Good. Yeah, one more thing. It's not. Why did I put date twice? See the input. You're trying to flow. So it does not lag like this. Anyways, one more time. The appointment date twice. Image there. Select good. I don't have to worry about typos. It'll figure it. Yeah, so that's the beauty. Just send screenshots. That's a great way because it can see exactly what's going on. Uh, and also, it's easier instead of typing out certain things. Oh, this did this over here. Screenshot. Hey, can you move this over here? Sometimes even do a screenshot and just draw on it, like circle something, and say exit out, or move, put an arrow to point somewhere else. It can it'll recognize that as well. See, what else could we add to this? Other cool features? I don't know. We're gonna ask. We're gonna ask after here. Maybe like a log so you can go back and see. Because if I close this up, open back up, well, I lose it. I don't have everything now. I can't go back. Maybe that's a feature to build in. But when was day? When was date? Date. Fix the bug was that the multiple fields converted to the same output, or day and date both becoming date the highlighted code. Yep, both now check. But I feel like it's not recognizing date versus day. Then date point. Okay, I'm gonna go back and tell it that real quick. Two different fields. The first one is appointment start day. The second one is the start date. So in the output now, it put in the date twice, but the first merge field was start day, like the day of the week. And I know that is a custom field in high level. So if you can get that fixed, that'd be awesome. Cool. It- Okay. All right, this last one that I'm going to demonstrate the next thing of asking it for its own ideas, and we'll see where it goes from there. Okay, done. Fields start day. Sometimes it says, "Ah." Yeah, I like how it's very natural sounding too. It says, "Ah, I understand now. Start day means the day of the week, Monday, Tuesday, not the date. Those are different field and high level. Let me fix that." So very personal. I like that too. Okay. Now we're come back in here. We're going to reload back to high level. Could do it from that screen. Really doesn't matter. Again, starting my clipboard. But anyways, open the extension. For 1 second. I have anything else? Sure. All right. I'll be Share my screen here. Okay, reload it. There we go. Screen again. Screen share. Okay, go. So now put the arrow in. Now it's name, day. So appointment day, appointment date, start. All right, that looks good. I like that. Looking pretty good. Pretty good. Go back over here and make, send that. And I'm gonna actually. So you can either switch into plan mode or you can just. We really don't have to go in plan mode now, but sometimes it's a good idea, depending if you're going to add like a big feature. Uh, this is a small project, so really don't need to do much in the plan mode. But if it was bigger, you'd want to go into plan mode for like, major updates that you want to add. Great, the extension working well. Here's a summary of what we built. If you want to add more fields, say now, can you provide me with your insights and ideas on features to add? What beneficial feature, not what I say, not just, yeah, not just adding features to are your or that. Oh, here we go. Oh, okay. Here are my thoughts on generally useful features. Custom field mapping with high value. Every high level account has different custom fields. Users should be able to define their own mappings like property address to contact property address, loan amount. That's a good idea. Maybe in the beginning you predefine, hey, these are our custom fields that we use for this high level account. This will be stored in settings and persist across sessions. Without this, the tool only handles standard fields, but real world usage involves lots of custom fields. Yeah, makes sense. Reverse conversion. Sometimes you need to go the other direction. Take high level merge fields and convert them to a simpler format for a client or another platform. Toggle to swap the conversion direction could be useful. That's actually kind of a good idea. I mean, first name, appointment start, like you can see that, but sometimes like appointment date, does that mean the date only? Does that mean the start date? Does that like what does that mean? So yeah, that's actually can be a good idea. I like that. And username. A lot of times people get mixed up contact.name with user.name. I've seen that before. A lot of times I'll see clients, they'll put in user.name in the hi section here in the intro, and then it's going to say saying hi to the business owner when it goes out to the contact, and that's not what we want. So yeah, this could be that could be useful. Recent history, a small drop down shows the last 5 to 10 conversions, useful when accidentally closing the pop up. Yep, that's a big one there too. A field validation warning, flag converted fields that don't match known high level standard fields. For example, if someone types favorite color and it converts to contact favorite color, warn them. This appears to be a custom field. Verify it exists in your HighLevel account. Good idea too, yeah. My recommendation is start with the custom field mappings. It solves the biggest real world gap. Standard fields are fine, but every client has unique custom fields that needs mapping. Exactly. Um, yeah, so I think I'm just gonna end this live here now. I can go in and add these in, but I can send it off now, but they'll be sitting here for some more time. I've already been on here for an hour and 5 minutes. Uh, I think this was successful. I got my own tool built within an hour here. This will work for me. I can go and it maybe doesn't swap out everything, but at least it swaps out the most important ones. I only have a couple to go through and swap in. So if I were just take, well, let's take this one down here. No, I want to do the same thing. Let's just do a couple more. So F. Let's see if that does. Yeah, there you go. Did first name. So that recognized the F name. Cool. First name. I think this is good. So yeah, that's a quick recap of what I'm gonna do a quick recap. So I was building whenever clients send me their copy for for their workflows I'm going to build out for them. Well, a lot of times they don't always put in the correct high-level merge fields, and I have to go in and manually swap them out, and that just takes time. So now with this little extension I had, and I just had an idea to have Claude Code build it. I opened up Claude Code. We see this right here through the all the way back to the top. I was in plan mode. Okay. So I went into plan mode. I just spoke to it, explained what my plan was, what my idea was, and said, "Hey, can this be done? Can we do this?" Came back, said, "Oh yeah, we'll do that." And went back and forth. It asked me some questions. I asked it some questions, and then it created this whole plan. And when it was done, then I said, "Go ahead." And then it started building it out. And now we go through all of this code here. All this had it built out and forth. This didn't work. Fix this. This didn't work. Told me exactly how to load it in, how to do all this. Then at the end, I asked for some of its insights and ideas, and it came back and gave me actually a bunch of really good ones. I could go and implement all these right now, and I'll have an even better Chrome extension for high level swapping out high level merge fields. So I'm gonna close this one off here, and that is my live for today. For everybody that's watching, for whoever's on here right now, hope you have a good rest of your weekend. And anybody else that watches this on the replay, see you next time, and hope you enjoyed.